This here is Boom Studios and IDW Publishing's Godzilla vs. the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 2 comic, issue number 5. The final issue in the series begins with the command center under attack. The Rangers must win this battle for the sake of the universe. Outside of the command center, we see the Kaiju Megazord in action, against the Kaiju-powered Pyscho Rangers. In my previous video, I said that the Kaiju Megazord looked good. Seeing it here though, it actually looks pretty bad. So, it looks like once again we've got another issue with bad artwork. Already, this is looking like a disappointment for the final issue of this series. Things get worse. We see Jet Jaguar running with the power coins cradled in his arms. I'm pretty sure if someone tried doing that in real life, coins would just drop onto the ground while running. So, the White Ranger and Jet Jaguar are trying to return the coins to the rightful owners. However, Astronomer and Rita's forces are blocking their way. The White Ranger tells Jet Jaguar he'll hold them off while Jet Jaguar gets the power coins to the Rangers. And then we see the White Ranger grow an enormous foot to take out the foot soldiers. Obviously, the White Ranger didn't really grow a big foot, it's just a bizarre artwork depicting the White Ranger doing some kind of kick. The battle outside the command center is ongoing, and even with the Kaiju Megazord, the Rangers are having a difficult time fighting against the Pyscho Rangers. The battle being shown across these two pages is very messy, and I wonder if the writer and artist were paying attention when producing this issue. Jason says the Rangers need to brace themselves because they need to even the odds. He says they need the Kaiju Power Sword. The very sword the Kaiju Megazord was holding right from the beginning. What's even funnier is after summoning the sword they already had, the Rangers are still in trouble by the time you get to the bottom of the page. The sword didn't even the odds. Returning to the White Ranger now, and we see Astronomer and Rita take the White Ranger down. However, as the White Ranger said earlier, he was just holding them off for Jet Jaguar. The plan worked because the White Ranger reveals to both Rita and Astronomer that Jet Jaguar has returned the power coins to the Power Rangers. They're mostly suited up and have already taken out some of Rita and Astronomer's foot soldiers. So, Rita and Astronomer retreat. Also, since when did the Zeo Space Lightspeed Rangers etc. use power coins? Returning to Earth now, Jet Jaguar, Tommy and the White Ranger, along with the other Power Rangers, are prepared to help the Kaiju-powered Rangers out. Zordon looks like he's about to die as he tells the Kaiju Rangers now is the time. The Kaiju Megazord has been imbued with great power, and now is the time to unleash the excess energies. So, the Kaiju Megazord uses Monster Storm, so that the monsters and Zords fight side by side, ensuring the Pyscho Rangers don't stand a chance. Well, that's what's apparently happening. It's not exactly clear. And in a flash, the battle is pretty much over. The Pyscho Rangers are defeated. The energies they stole from the monsters are fading, and the monsters start returning to wherever they came from. Jet Jaguar uses the power of the multiversal fragment to sweep the monsters into the reality stream to send them home. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers are amazed to see so many other Power Rangers from different worlds and times. I must say, so was I. I was thinking every Ranger from other worlds and times in this series would also be Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, as the characters kept referring to power coins this whole time. The White Ranger doesn't reveal who they really are, but it's hinted that it is Tommy, as he tells him that there are many surprises around the corner. So, the other Rangers get their powers back, but this team of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers have lost their powers because Rita and Astronomer drained their power coins. So, for this team of Power Rangers, they are receiving the Kaiju Power Coins. Well, 5 of them are anyway. Tommy doesn't get anything as we just see the 5 core Rangers morphing. As for Rita, she's distanced herself from Astronomer. Rita is reeling because she relied on the wrong allies. She trusted Astronomer when she would have been better off siding with the unpredictable and temperamental Godzilla, she thinks. We learn that the power of the multiversal fragment is still plentiful and that Rita has new allies she can count on. This time she'll be working with the Alliance of Ritas, various Ritas from other worlds. That brings us to the end, and it was a disappointing finale after all. It was just bad. Despite this being a Godzilla and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers crossover, we hardly got to see Godzilla in the final issue. Green Ranger Tommy was hardly seen. The White Ranger did more. The Power Rangers didn't know the Megazord was holding on to the Power Sword. There were just so many issues with this finale, and I can only think up one positive about it. The Rangers have lost their Mighty Morphin powers and ended the series with a new set of Kaiju powers. So in this universe, these Rangers have a new chapter in their lives. They're not moving on to the ninja powers like in the TV series, they're not getting the Thunderzords. It's a new direction entirely. In terms of the entire second series, this was really poor in comparison to the first. At least the first series was fun and you can kind of understand what's going on when reading the comic. The second series was a mess. The focus was too heavy on the Kaiju powers as opposed to the actual Kaiju themselves. This is not a series I recommend. Boom Studios and IDW Publishing should not have made this sequel.